I would like to thank Dr. Mosier for that introduction and for providing the backdrop of this occasion as we celebrate 107 years of the University of Southern Mississippi providing high-quality education and research opportunities to students and their families. I'd like to acknowledge members of the university community who are viewing today's ceremony online and those who may be gathered in Hattiesburg in Bennett Auditorium. When we began discussions about Founders Day for this year, one of the things that we thought about was being able to do it online and having an opportunity for community members to gather in Bennett. I can only imagine how large my head probably looks on that screen in Bennett Auditorium. It seemed like such a great idea at the time. I'm not so sure that I like it right now. I'd like to announce that my wife, Temple Bennett, is here with me and with us and does so much to support the University of Southern Mississippi, and I so appreciate all that she brings to our success as an institution. And I'd like to acknowledge members of the university's executive cabinet who are seated here almost in the front row, but close enough. I'm delighted that today we are creating what will be a rich tradition of the university president annually addressing our community. My remarks, while intended to acknowledge the state or status of the university, will not encompass an exhaustive list of all areas through which we are making significant progress or all areas for which we still have opportunities to improve. Instead, I will focus on several key themes that are particularly important to the institution at this point in time. I want to assure each of you that I am sensitive to all of the demands on your time and that I will try to keep each year's address under 30 minutes to the extent that I'm able to do so. During the past year, public higher education has been at the forefront of national dialogue related to significant public policy matters. The University of Southern Mississippi is not immune to this national landscape, and we are working to address what we can within each of these contexts. Since the establishment of universities, every generation has faced its share of challenges, and it is a celebrated fact that universities encourage discourse and debate that bring different opinions and ideals to light. It is our role to be leaders in navigating these challenges for our own university, for our state, and for our country as a whole. Our goal as a university community is to work toward resolution together and to do our part in advancing the national conversation while maintaining and enhancing a diverse, inclusive quality of life for members of our community. As mentioned previously, the University of Southern Mississippi has been serving students for 107 years. As you know, we began our journey as a small teachers' college, and I am proud of our foundation of providing education and training to individuals who devote their lives to helping others achieve their goals. I am equally proud of our evolution to the institution that we have become, a doctoral degree granting university with a robust research enterprise and a strong commitment to the arts. The students, faculty, staff, alumni, and friends who have come before us built a legacy over the course of more than a century, and each day creates new opportunities for us to work smarter, reach higher, and push that legacy forward. As a public institution of higher education, our university has enjoyed times of great prosperity and has weathered the darkest of storms. The Southern Miss story is a story of resilience in the face of great adversity. I'm reminded on this occasion of my first experience witnessing that resilience as I stood on the Hattiesburg campus in February of 2013, surveying the damage from the tornado that made its way across the front of our campus. Our community banded together during that crisis, as we have countless times through hurricanes, tragedies, and other challenges that impact our ability to remain relevant in the highly competitive field of public higher education. If you have been following this spring's legislative session, you may be aware that institutions of higher education across our state, including the University of Southern Mississippi, will be met with additional budget reductions in the coming year. We do not yet have a full picture of the potential impacts to our university, and it may be several weeks before the Board of Trustees of the State Institutions of Higher Learning are able to review the legislature's decision and determine how those reductions will be implemented. Although the exact details are uncertain, you should be confident that we are preparing ourselves for the way forward. We are hopeful that many initiatives that have been underway over the past 3 years will position us effectively despite significant budgetary impacts we may realize at the state level. In particular, I'd like to remind you of related work in 3 important areas. Our Division of Academic Affairs has been leading new recruitment and retention efforts that position us to be cautiously optimistic for an increase in enrollment this fall. I am eagerly anticipating what the next 6 months will bring as our potential enrollment numbers become more clear and we prepare to welcome the next class of Golden Eagles to the Southern Miss family. As you know, for each of the past 3 years, the university has enrolled our most academically talented freshman class on record. This move toward better quality of our student body only bolsters our opportunities for future success, ensuring that our students graduate in 4 years. It is still our goal to grow enrollment to 21,000 students, with 16,000 students in Hattiesburg and another 5,000 students here on the coast. We will not get there overnight, but I believe we are well on our way to that end goal. The University of Southern Mississippi Foundation has been laying the groundwork for the largest comprehensive campaign the university has ever launched. While we are not yet ready to announce what the private giving goal will be, we are excited about our readiness for a campaign, which will provide us with financial resources to enhance and elevate the student experience, the academic program development, and faculty support. Over the next year, details about the campaign will be unveiled. Our ability to be successful in this area will be contingent upon our level of engagement with alumni and friends of the university. I cannot stress how important the role of active alumni base is in the future growth and prosperity of the university. Our relationship with our alumni must be multifaceted, not just for the campaign, but in everyday engagement, as our alumni carry the university's message far beyond our borders. And finally, when I think about initiatives that are helping to prepare us for the way forward, the outstanding leadership being provided by Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, Steve Mosier, to develop the plan for academic reorganization is a critical component in our ability to evolve as an institution of higher learning. I am excited about the vision for academic affairs at our university as we work to combat external factors that impact our success by highlighting our strengths, cultivating creativity, and distinguishing ourselves as an institution. I thank and I applaud Provost Mosier for his dedication, for his hard work in leading this effort. And I thank each member of our university community who submitted proposals for consideration or who was engaged in reviewing proposals. I'm confident we will emerge stronger as a direct result of this important work. As I think about how far we have come since spring of 2013, I am increasingly excited about what our future holds. Regardless of the category that you may be reviewing, our university is stronger now than it has been in the past 4 years. Whether you're looking at our finances, whether you're looking at enrollment, whether you're looking at academic programs, whether you're looking at faculty engagement, relationships with alumni and friends, and the list goes on and on and on, we are a stronger university than we were 4 years ago. But I ask you to consider that we are just getting started. And I want to remind each of you that our greatest opportunities as an institution still lie ahead. I invite you to join me in not looking in our rearview mirror, but instead to look through the windshield at all of the possibilities we still have ahead of us. From my vantage point, we are positioned to write an incredible chapter of our Southern Miss story. For just a moment, consider the following. We have an outstanding group of faculty and staff who are responsible for much of our success. These individuals who teach and mentor our students, research topics that impact our world, ensure that our campuses operate at the highest levels possible, and infuse the arts into our communities, are the backbone of the University of Southern Mississippi. Throughout my career, I have witnessed the transformative impact that people can have when they possess the type of dedication and commitment our faculty and staff demonstrate each and every day. I am grateful to each of you for choosing Southern Miss, and as a result, our institution gets better every day. Our robust research enterprise extends from the depths of the Gulf of Mexico to the heights of the International Space Station. Our researchers' work not only advances the body of knowledge in each of their fields, but also contributes to business, to industry, and economic development across our state and our region. Currently, our faculty members hold $11.1 million in research funding from the National Institutes of Health and $17.3 million in research funding from the National Science Foundation. In the past 12 months alone, the university was awarded more than $75 million in external research funding. In addition, a study conducted by an independent national firm showed that our university research activities produced an economic impact of more than $135 million. And I'll remind you that the university's overall economic impact to the state of Mississippi was shown to be $603.3 million annually. These are certainly impressive figures of which we should all be proud. In December, the Board of Trustees for the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools, Commission on Colleges, validated the quality of our programs and services by voting to reaffirm the university's accreditation without condition or provision. The accreditation process involves rigorous internal and external reviews to evaluate institutions against a common set of standards. In addition to this institutional accreditation, it is important for me to share that all other accreditation visits this year for various programs resulted in the reaccreditation of those programs. Our success in this area is a testament to our continued focus on excellence as we work to prepare students to thrive in a global society. We have a very strong relationship with the host cities and communities where our campuses are located. In particular, I'm grateful for our partnerships with Mayor Billy Skelly of the city of Long Beach and Mayor Johnny Dupree of the city of Hattiesburg. We also have built exceptional relationships with the university's governing bodies, to include the State Institutions of Higher Learning Board of Trustees, the State of Mississippi Legislature, and our congressional delegation in Washington, D.C. Even though our current budgetary climate is challenging, I want to thank each of these bodies for believing in and supporting what we are trying to accomplish at the University of Southern Mississippi. We have made great strides in our work this year to advance diversity initiatives and inclusion. We welcomed a new director and a new assistant director of affirmative action and equal employment opportunity. Our work in diversity must include a genuine commitment to increasing the diversity of our faculty, and in working together, I feel certain we will make strides in this area. Our student athletes continue to perform at high levels, both on and off the field. It was refreshing for me to learn that our new director of athletics, John Gilbert, shares my same philosophy, that while athletics is not the most important component of the university, it is often the most visible. I am proud that our student athletes, past and present, are advancing the academic mission of our institution. Our student athletes' academic profile has risen for the past 6 years in a row, and several former student athletes have brought great national and international attention to the university, including Brett Favre's induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Tori Bowie's performance earning a gold, silver, and bronze medal in the 2016 Olympic Games in Rio, and Brian Dozier's success in professional baseball. We are continuing to redefine and build the new learning environment, a phrase you might remember from 2013. We were focused then, and we remain focused now, on offering our students unparalleled learning and living experiences. More than 30 building projects underway here along the Mississippi Gulf Coast and in Hattiesburg. Each are poised to transform the learning environment like never before. Just like Asbury Hall, the new home of our College of Nursing, is redefining how we deliver high-quality training to our next generation of healthcare providers. In particular, I am thrilled that we are exploring the feasibility of providing residence halls here on our Gulf Park campus after many, many, many questions and decades regarding that possibility. While we still have a long way to go before we cut a ribbon and move in new students, I am excited that we are on this trajectory. This past year, we have been on the international stage in more ways than one. As you may recall, we are the only institution in the country, we are one of a few institutions in the country accredited in all 4 areas of the arts. Our symphony orchestra is the oldest in the state and regularly brings internationally renowned musicians to perform right here in South Mississippi. I am proud that our arts programs truly allow us to learn from different cultures and perspectives as they bring the world to Mississippi. I had the opportunity last semester to make 2 international trips to advance the university's work. I traveled to Israel to represent higher education in Mississippi as part of an international trade delegation coordinated by Governor Phil Bryant. I also traveled to France with Vice President for Research Gordon Cannon and representatives from our National Center for Spectator Sports Safety and Security to sign an agreement with Interpol, yes, the Interpol, for our university to lead international training efforts for security and stadium personnel across the globe. I cannot tell you how excited I have been about the way this work elevates the University of Southern Mississippi to the world's stage. And last but certainly not least, this year we received permission from the State Institutions of Higher Learning Board of Trustees and the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges to add 2 new Bachelor of Science degrees in engineering, computer engineering and ocean engineering. Both new programs will allow us to meet the growing workforce needs of business and industry across our region in the fields of cybersecurity, chemical processing, wireless communication, healthcare, shipbuilding, manufacturing, maritime industry, oil and gas exploration, port operations, and the list goes on and on. Our new ocean engineering degree will be housed in our new School of Ocean Science and Technology, and it will be a few of its kind in Mississippi, will be the only one of its kind in Mississippi, and is one of only 10 such programs across the country. And on top of all of this, we are engaged in cultivating a very promising partnership with the United States Navy. I appreciate, or I anticipate, you will hear more about related opportunities in the coming year. These new initiatives only further solidify our position as the leader in marine education and research along the Gulf of Mexico. We, the University of Southern Mississippi, we are the Gulf. We are South Mississippi, and we are committed to continuing to lead the way in this area. Clearly, We have sown the seeds for our future, and we are well on our way to that harvest. All of us want the same thing, to see our university grow and prosper. In order to get there, to fully realize the opportunities ahead of us, we must push through the challenges we face and keep an eye toward our bright future. We must not lose sight of the need to continue to live within our budgetary means and to reward academic programs and other activities that are productive. And we must continue to commit ourselves to creating pathways to completion for all of our students. The secret to our success is the same as it was 4 years ago. We must focus wholeheartedly on the recruitment, on the retention, on the progression, and ultimately on the graduation of every student that we enroll. If we continue to manage our budget carefully and further develop our new enrollment strategies, I'm confident that we will achieve my vision for the University of Southern Mississippi, and that is to become the model for public higher education across our country. This is our time to harness our continued momentum and transform our students' lives like never before, regardless of the challenges we face. No one is going to give the University of Southern Mississippi any handouts, but the Southern Miss that I know has never needed a handout and certainly never wanted one. Our institution's history is filled with stories of ordinary individuals who have done extraordinary things to advance South Mississippi, to advance our state, and to advance our region. That is our reality, and I am proud of that history. The path ahead will not be easy, but the Southern Miss I know is not afraid. We do not hide. We do not stop when something challenges our dreams. We band together. We support one another, and we do what eagles were born to do. We soar. Join us in identifying others who want to be a part of our work. Join us in supporting our students as they progress towards graduation. Join us in transforming the landscape of higher education. Join us as we make history for the next 107 years. Thank you for being our partner on this journey. I cannot wait to see what our future holds.